Episode 255. Alfino is staring at Komori, because she's standing there posing like that, giving him this weird look. It's like she wants something, but she doesn't. That's just how she stands and how she looks. Just kinda standing there, silently. But we're continuing the main story, patch 3.4. Well fought indeed. Lord Edmont will be pleased to learn that everything went according to plan. Yeah, and you did something. I think the one that didn't do anything was the one with the bow. One of these was just DPS that we didn't need. At last I can breathe easy. As accustomed as we are to fighting the Ixal, it isn't every day that we charge into their stronghold. Did you charge into the stronghold? One of you didn't do work. I guess we can say both of you did half work. All quiet here, miss. Nary a peep from the birdmen. Maybe this guy stayed behind and just guarded the gate or something. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true? That to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No. No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss. It ends here. And we got some music. Was this a track that played during that cutscene? I have to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Well, a lot of it is Skybuilder stuff that I want to hang on to. We still have inventory space, it's fine. I have some stuffed Gisal. I guess. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The Knights can apprise Lord Edmont of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. So I guess the big thing with this patch is that Alisaie becomes part of the story again, and I guess of course we're dealing again with the Warriors of Darkness. When did they show up? Was it the first patch after the main Heavensward expansion? Around the same time we got back Tancred. Well, at the exact same time. Ah, there you are. Shall we make our report? We shall. Someone just sitting here, taking up Americ's precious time. Some kind of lobbyist, I guess. Maybe with the House of Commons or something. Who knows? It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Komori. What news from Zelfatol? They tried to summon Garuda, we stopped it. Same story as usual. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alisaie in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. The poison had no effect. Thank God. She didn't lose her magic by any chance, right?
Alisaie, how are you feeling?
Probably not. She's not Komori. Or Tancred.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelfatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
Would this be the first time she has the new voice actor since A Realm Reborn? I think the original voice actor's last performance would have been during the Bahama questline. And then a period of time where Alisaie isn't in the story, and now this. I'm pretty sure, just like Alfino, this is the final version of her voice acting. Think so.
I take it your mission was a success.
Well, I say final version. The voice actress, I guess, continues to, like, lean into the role, obviously, but I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actress. Up until the recent expansion. Current expansion. And probably for all time.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians.
This one I'm not so sure. I'm not sure if Thanker gets a new voice actor or not. I think Ishtola is the current voice actor as well.
But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alisaie. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
In the end of this cycle, it was the same story with the extreme trials, those quests that were optional but gave you a little bit of backstory to, I guess, Ascian involvement with the beast tribes.
And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
It all comes together.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues.
It's just kind of like a stage play they're putting on. The villains and the heroes, quote unquote. Just kind of setting the stage for the beastmen to summon more and more. It's all very fake, isn't it?
Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alisaie and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Yeah, I guess that's Scions 101. Ever since the Realm Reborn, that's the job that they do whenever they're not combating primals actively. Halting the crystal trade.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father.
They're doing something. Ishgard is doing something. They're part of the Alliance and everything.
However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Right, our best friend Orianja.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alisaie, you...
Did she have some kind of character development off-screen? She might have. The travel did her good.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Well, I guess she also had character development during the Bahamut stuff. That, like, kicked off her on her pass. And now she's here, after that pass.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Of course. Alisaie can't be wearing the old twinsy outfit now that Alphinaud isn't. She needs a new twinsy outfit. To match Alphinaud exactly. Taking a while to spawn in. What is all this? Am I disconnected? I feel like I've seen this before one time. I'm worried now. We heard things spawn in the background. I don't seem to have control over anything. Well, it seems like the world clock is still running. Just became Eorzean nighttime. Okay, I guess I'm going to give this maybe 20 more seconds, and then I guess I'll have to pause the episode, figure out what's going on here. I say 20 more seconds, but I'm just about at my limit. Alright, pausing the episode. And we're back. Aymerich's been staring at Komoy because she's just been standing there while I was disconnected from the internet. She's been not moving. I guess that's what happens to her whenever I lose control of her strings or whatever. Not really. It seems like I had an internet outage of some kind for a brief moment. Thankfully it wasn't that long. It feels like this happens pretty frequently. Not frequently like every other day, but whenever I'm playing a game that uses the internet, it seems like, I don't know, something about using bandwidth or something makes my internet service provider say, no, stop using the internet. You're not supposed to do that. Just feels that way though. Probably not actually that. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Komoy. What news from Zelfatol? Oh no. Right, we already saw that. Hopefully if I skip this cutscene I'm not losing out on anything. We're just like spawning back in here, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't miss anything. Anything to say, Lucia? You weren't part of that cutscene, but... no, nothing to say about this. To think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Okay, there it is. One of a few, probably not that many, lines of dialogue that changed because we hung out with Alisaie a bit. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to I never learned, though I suspect that that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. And no, it's not a exact twinsy. They're done with that. It's an upgrade, I think. Though to be honest, not my favorite look for her. I guess the tan coloration on it is a bit lackluster. I hope you know it's got the blue going on. And she has like red on her band, so she's supposed to be red, I guess. But we save that for later, I guess. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Har har. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Yeah, it was a parents' thing. Gotta dress the twins in matching clothes. You remember that time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... ahem. Can we not have this conversation in front of the warrior of light?" Don't worry, Alfred. We know you sketched a lot to impress chicks. It's fine. So be it. Another time, perhaps. Indeed, another time. To be honest, Komoy, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. Right. More lines, directly calling back to what she said exactly. This is like one of the more awkward parts where they would have to write around this in order to accommodate you only seeing her around, I guess the last time you would have seen her before Bahamut, if you skipped that part of the story, would have been when she left during those meetings with the 3 great cities, and I guess they were having those ceremonies or whatever to honor the fallen. She kind of disappeared from the story around then. So what she would be talking about right now, I guess, if we were in the other version of the story, would be just about how she disappeared around that time and didn't really accomplish anything. Maybe. Well, it seems like she's leaning into how she didn't really accomplish much after Bahamut now anyways. It's all going to funnel back together. I pray you will forgive me if I do. A pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. Well, I mean... welcome to the fight is nice and all, but you're kind of baiting me with this thing. What exactly are you trying to talk about here? What's with the carriage? Oh, when we rode into Ul'dah? Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. Oh no, that one. Right. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send for help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brent managed to find you. Feels like a weird thing that they just had Alisaie send the carriage during that point in the story. It feels like they wanted to involve her in the story, but now that we're bringing it back up, it feels like they didn't need to do that, but it's fine. It's all explained right here. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. And thankfully, this change in character was all foreshadowed by her little speech at the end of the Bahamut quest. So it isn't coming out of nowhere. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I've no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the waking sands then, and see if yonder can be of assistance. And of course, the new clothes, a new lease on life for character development. That's all just because, well, a change of hand in the writing room happened, right? They decided they wanted the characters to be a bit different from what they were before. And one of the challenges of just making characters better writing or whatever is that they can't just come out of nowhere with better writing. You have to give them a reason for that. And I guess Alisaie is explaining it away as her being on a journey, coming into her own and all that. Whereas Alphinaud, I guess, had to go about the long way with the Crystal Braves and all that to get the character development. Oriandra, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Ah, there he is. Him and his beautiful beard, and chin and immaculate tattoo. The Archon mark, I guess? It only briefly appeared when he turned to face us, but it's hidden by his hood now. I don't think everyone has the Archon mark on quite the same location, right? Thancred has it like on the neck, and I guess Oriandra has it on the face more. Why, Master Alphinaud, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming, would bring us thee and thine here this day. The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. We met a bunch of guys, we fought them, well I guess we didn't fight them, they just kind of ran out on us. And they had a new guy too. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up, only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this service but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Murldor? Ogamoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags nears his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst still afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Did I say can't still? I meant to say canst ill. Same thing, I guess. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Komoy. Thank you for your counsel, Oriandra. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. What's wrong, Alisaie? If I may, brother. Oriandra, is there anything else you would like to say? Alisaie? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. What, is this not verbose enough for you, Alisaie? What's your problem? What's your problem with our best friend Oriandra? He's been here longer than you know. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome. The Garen Oracles. Mayhap you could start there? By thy leave. Okay, I guess I wasn't as verbose as he is usually. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. What's her problem, right? Sorry about that, Urianger. She's new, kind of, technically. We shall speak anon, Komoy. I prithee attend Master Alfinode and Mistress Alisaie. While we're here. I guess we don't need it. The Garen Oracles. That was mentioned once before, during one of the patch quests. Like 2 or 3 patches ago. Would have been several episodes of my own recordings. In the past, but... I do remember what she's referencing. That had better be the sulfur. Come, let us speak with the commander, or with Commander Gloyden, and see if there is any truth to these rumors concerning Titan's return. Seven Hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. We're Maelstrom Command. We're the captain. That's our rank. Whatever it is, we don't want any. I outrank you. Oh, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like they're coming, look like coming to a head, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Call me by my rank, I'm captain. So our friendly neighbors in Ugamoro have got much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Okay, I guess this guy isn't for pomp and circumstance. We don't have to pull rank on him. I guess he's a pirate, he's not used to all the military stuff. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now. Likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? Alright, but only because you asked so nicely. We're not pulling rank on you just yet, but if you continue to be rude to us, we might. You've spoken with the commander, then? We're not acknowledging his rank if he won't acknowledge ours. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I guess Komoy was. A kobold in the camp, you say? I just got really hung up on the whole rank thing. That would appear to corroborate Oriandra's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan's summoning. And that means finding and questioning this kobold. Wait, are we doing this part of the story now? I thought this was later. Like Stormblood patch quests or something. Who are you questioning here? You're not questioning anyone. Surely all this commotion cannot have escaped the kobold's notice. If he has any sense, he will attempt to quit this place, will he not? Fine, leave the questioning to us. We can't pull rank on Alfinode. We don't outrank him in the Scions. It's not that kind of organization. Where is Alisaie, though? I want to get her little dialogue before we continue the quest. I guess she would be within the red circle. Probably further afield, I guess. Just to check over here quickly. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, there's the kobold, but where is Alisaie? Maybe her little NPC just isn't around here right now. Because she's gonna show up as part of the cutscene, I guess. Maybe. Well, if we missed her dialogue, I guess we missed it. Gasp. You can't run from me. You can't hide either. Stay back. Away, far back. I'm not a... it's no use. Pointless, hopeless, no use. Fight me. And then he went back up the stairs over here. Hide and seek. Not behind the tree. Not behind the rock. Where are you? There you are. In this little intermediary area, which I didn't know was actually playable ground. Well, please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. Well, fine. But I don't respect you anymore if you're not going to attack me. He says. Just like a little punch. We won't even hit back. Just punch me a little bit. This was a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Gah, she found me again. What to do. I come in peace. Only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please do not hurt me. We want you to hurt us. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. I'm enjoying Alisaie's writing already. Huzzah, we've got him. Fine work, Scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? You can say people, Alfinode. I'm not sure what he was going to say, and then he said individuals. Beastmen are people too. But I guess we're getting to the point in the story where we're getting to that, right? Where we're saying it doesn't really matter that they're beastmen or not, they're still just people. Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pikmin. One day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alfinode, and this is my sister Alisaie. Komoy, the woman who found you, is our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloyden here thinks he wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us, and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? I guess Alfinode was a bit too verbose. No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here. I promise. I thought Alfinode did a good job of laying out the situation, but probably for a child a bit too wordy. The Patriarch. Is it Patriarch or Patriarch? Gonna go with Patriarch. The Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Okay, you came in peace, but you're asking us to fight. I respect you again. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others. But the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I've heard tales of foci. Foci? Focuses? Foci? Yeah, foci. A foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. Wow, I didn't realize this on my main character, but they're actually looping in that side story stuff that I mentioned from the extreme trial quests that you could have done in A Realm Reborn. Because that's what they did during those. They created these grim foci, and here it is appearing in the main story. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too, so please help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Is it worst come to worst or worst come to worst? Well, I guess Alfredo knows what he's talking about, I guess. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Cobalt stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. And it's daytime. Good. Good lighting. I tried talking to the others, but they wouldn't listen, so even though I was afraid, I came here. Do you know that there are collectors who will pay a fortune for Beastman ritual artifacts? It is perverse. Have we met any? In like any of our side quests or something? Not sure. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance, had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy. That they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Let us pray that we still have time to save Gabu's parents. What sort of twisted monster would consider a ritual focus a work of art, knowing full well how it was made? And we call them beastmen. Yeah, we're done with that phrase, right? Not entirely done, it's gonna be ever-present. It's just like a thing in Eorzea, but we're done with it as like a thing that we actually think of them as. It's just like, at this point, a thing in universe that we recognize as a bit outdated or something. Because now we're taking quests from beastmen. Well, main story quests, I guess. We already have the guys down here that we took a bunch of quests from already. And of course, that did a lot to, like, give us some insight into the Allied Society's inner workings, I guess. How they work without, being on a opposing side, I guess. But still, now that they're part of the main story, the entire world can move forward. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come? Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. I guess they keep them outside of the mines for some reason. Well, they kind of own this territory, so... this is as good a hiding spot as any, I guess. That hardly seemed fair. Then again, they only have themselves to blame. Oh right, they took care of these guys on the ground here. Praise each of the crystals. Alisaie and I will stand guard for any errant patrols. Like this one? Don't worry guys, I got this one. Oh wait, now I've got these things floating around me. Damn it. I shouldn't have done that. He wasn't even attacking. Quickly, quickly. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way, this way. Well, I'm probably gonna have to do some fighting in a bit anyway, right? It's probably our turn now, to stand guard. I guess not. What are you waiting for? We stand lookout, you take the crystals. Okay, fine. If they find us, you'll protect me, won't you? Not unless Alisaie has something to say about it. Apparently she wants to do all the fighting. If I did not know any better, I would say this crate was... Dive straight in, Gilmoy. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother! Aye, aye, it's just that... I am quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Coerthas to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Sankrit speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Kind of. Never you mind about that. As Alisaie said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. The next one is the last and is very large. Very big, very huge, very large. We should pack up the crystals and leave now. The kobolds could stumble upon our handiwork at any moment. I don't think we have to worry about that. Gabu said the cache would be here, but unless it is remarkably well hidden... We got the music going on. But they were here. Heaps and heaps and heaps of crystals. I'm sure the music will go away as soon as we hit this cutscene, right? Though you cast about... Though you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Confound it. What about you, Komoy? Any luck? Nothing. But this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to and why? Within Ogamoro, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Boyden's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Good thinking. Nevertheless. Can't say too fast. Nevertheless. Oh good. The fate is gone, no more music. Alphinaud is right. 'Twould be folly to deliver the kobolds the very thing we sought to deny them. Mother, father, we're coming. The crystals, Komoy, if you would be so kind. Don't go summoning with these, you hear? What would Alphinaud even summon? I guess like Daliak or something? The patron deity of, what is it? What are they called again? Charlian, that's right. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping, and brief Commander Boyden on the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within Ugamoro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Can we... No, there would be no warp point there, right. When you said aetheryte, it just made me think, I don't know, there'd be a shorter route there. And of course we can't go through what looks like to be the shortest pass, because this doesn't open. Remains locked forever. Still not that long of a detour, though. I hope the Patriarch and my parents are there. Ah, I take it this is the aetheryte we seek. Right then. As soon as Alphinaud arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Komoy. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Quick thee, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quick thee. I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers. Here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace? You monster! How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children, and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, Alisaie, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kissing kin. You have sacrificed the very lives, or the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody curse, or course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. It's kind of our fault too, right? The, Nymphsalamincens, I guess. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. There they go. That our god drains the land of ether, and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. It's for this reason the whole beast tribe thing kind of feels poignant, because you know as a viewer that it's not exactly just that they're beasts or whatever. And when they start turning it around like this in the story, it feels like you're not necessarily fighting for the right side all the time, which is a good thing. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. 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 Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. He's answering someone else's call. Seven hells. This is still a bad thing, though. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphinaud, leave him to me. Why can't we do that attack? I want to throw my carbuncle at the enemy too. We must away. Ah, an actual in-cutscene teleportation. They do it sometimes. Man, what a great attack. That's the true power of Alphinaud's Obsidian Carbuncle, or Moonstone Carbuncle, whatever it is. He's breathing, and I don't see any injuries, but I can't seem to wake him. I mean, he just summoned, right, so... By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have but one cause for optimism, it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogamoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Komoi, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Okay. Thank you, my friend. Alisaie and I will tend to Gabu. When you have finished with the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. What? We gotta do it again? That's weird. Fight well, Komoi. Fight well. I have faith that you will return to us, just as you always have. But I mean, it's not like a new trial. It's just the same trial. The level 50 trial. Kind of funny that. Well, you know what? We're gonna do this. Where is it? There. Just because this is beyond us at this point, we're gonna cruise through it. And we're not gonna really wait for the duty finder. Over here and then unrestricted. And here we go. Komoi saw Alphino throw his carbuncle at Titan, so now she wants to do the same. Unfortunately, she doesn't have that move. I mean, lore-wise, this makes sense. You have to, like, fight him, right? He doesn't just disappear. It's just kind of weird that they're making you do this same trial again. But I understand why they do it. Luckily, this still advances the story, doing it unsafe. And we have all of our fancy new moves, too. And there he goes. And there he goes again. We don't have to do the whole song and dance. This is a weaker version of Titan. He had less crystals. And also we're much stronger. Here, have a taste of our own Titan. Just don't push us off the edge. And we're done. In record time. We don't need that, although I guess that's free company seals. Sure. Oh, we can't change. Well, hopefully this doesn't trigger the cutscene with this outfit. Okay, good. And actually, we don't want to trigger the cutscene. It's a good thing that lasted such a short time, because we're just at the end of the episode. If we went for the actual trial, that would have been much longer. And here we are. Komoi's going to tell these three about how she killed Titan in just 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. Next time. That would be a good time to take a break.